Hello, everyone. A very good morning to all of you. We hope you had a good week. We also hope that our very first training on WordPress went super well and that you had time to do your practice and that you're ready for the second workshop today, starting now. Still together with me, it will be Brian, of course, the WordPress expert, not just WordPress, but he's a developer, very knowledgeable, very experienced, very skillful. So today we'll be continuing with WordPress. Just very general information from me is that you need to take these trainings very seriously because elsewhere you would have to pay for them. Not small money, but definitely a lot of money. But over the past 6 months, we've accumulated nearly 50 hours of video content training because whenever we do trainings, we also record. And our trainings are both physically and virtually. Yeah, we have a technology that connects two classes together, a class on the ground and another class virtually. So I've just put a link on the chat so you can check our YouTube channel, and you should also subscribe so that each time we put a content, you're able to go there and check it out, and you also get a notification. You're free to share content from us unless you would like to use it for commercial purposes, in which case you have to write to us clearly explaining why you need to commercialize our content. We do not allow our content to be sold anyway because we believe that education is a public good, so it's for the good of everyone. So anybody who is going to use this content for sale is definitely not going to succeed. Thank you so much. We'll be giving you updates on the next trainings, but we thought WordPress would be very, very important, not just to developers, but also people who run organizations and companies. Communications experts today do beyond just receiving and making telephone calls. They do lots of emailing, but also they've gone an extra mile to do stuff on the website. So if you are not knowledgeable in communicating through the website, and when we talk about websites, WordPress is dominant in most companies and organizations. So you're receiving a very good training from the best experts, but also something which is on the market. You would otherwise have to spend so much money to let somebody train you on WordPress. So we believe if your boss says, okay, we'd like you to update our website, it wouldn't really be a problem. Today we'll look at all of those. I think on the agenda, of course, Brian is going to take you through this. We've done most of the things, like the installation bit of things. Maybe he's just going to take us. I'm really interested in how I can make my first uh, content public on the website. So Brian, you're very welcome. Everyone else who is, I've seen just Susan is here in the house, but other people are definitely going to join in the due course. This call is also being recorded just in case some people struggle with their internet connections. So that is it from me. A very warm welcome. It's a cold morning here in Kampala. It's raining, so we are really few today in the house. But hopefully, some people will make it in due course. Thank you and welcome, Brian. And please, the floor is yours. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Joel. Good morning to everyone. You're all welcome to this session yet again. Today we shall be focusing majorly on the practical bit. Last time we had a theory part of the training, which prepared us very well for the basic knowledge in WordPress. So today we are just going to get our hands dirty, trying to practically go through whatever that we learned during the course of last week. It's not going to be a very lengthy session. And so we shall make use of the time available to the fullest. So as you can see from the screen, that is how we are going to go about this session today. We shall have a look at the prerequisites, and then we go to the installation practical bit of it, of WordPress, finding a theme, installing the theme that we want, configuring our WordPress theme, and then publishing it, then creating a menu and configuring the WordPress settings. This will also involve installation of the essential WordPress plugins. So it's not going to be a very lengthy session. We shall keep it brief in the context of time, but not content of what we are going to do in the entire session. So let's kickstart. Yes, when you plan to have a website, there are some things you need to have at the back of your mind. What will my domain be like? That is, what will be the domain name or the domain of my site, my website? How will people look for my website when I'm out at the internet? So that is the area of choosing a domain. So what domain are you going to go with? Now, today our practice is going to be focused around a floral business, that is a business that involves selling of flowers, marketing it, selling of flowers basically for given as benefits. For example, the service of maybe if someone is having a birthday and they need to have you need to buy some flowers to send to them. Yes, you can reach us. You can reach us in this site that you are going to be creating. You reach us, and then we provide you with the flowers. Maybe you have a wedding and you need flowers. Yes, you can reach us, and then we get to these flowers. Maybe you have any corporate kind of event and you want flowers. Maybe if you have any other special events, it could even be funeral services and you need flowers, or bridal showers. So we are basically going to create a site that is going to be incorporating all these services, and our customers should be able to reach us through this site, see our services, appreciate what we have in our site, and then reach out to us either via email, so that we can give them this service that they need. So our website should display the various kinds of flowers that we have. It should display all the areas where perhaps they can reach out to us. That is our shops, and then it should also have our contact page whereby they can reach us over email. So it's going to be a basic website, but a functional one that our customers and clients can reach out to us. It's also going to be a site that will sell more of our products, because the internet is basically an area whereby you expand your market base. How? You put your business out there, and then many people can come and view what you have to offer. So that is a brief of what our project, let me call it project today, is going to be in this website design that we are going to be doing with WordPress. So the domain we shall have is www.ugflorist.com. Now, this is going to be very useful if you are if you are going to use a hosting company. So for a hosting company to house your website, you will need to have a domain name for your website, and this domain will be hosted within your company, within the hosting company's premises. And assuming we are having this project of creating this website, we would choose that domain. But now this domain is going to be subject to checks on the internet to ensure that there is no other customer or maybe any other business that is using this domain name. A domain name should be unique to you as a business. So this will be checked over the internet to ensure it is unique. But for us, since we are using localhost, like I said last time, we are going to simulate this by installing Xampp, and we are going to install Xampp right away. I hope we are all together. We are going to install Xampp right away. So how do we install Xampp? How do we install Xampp? We are going to go to the Xampp sorry, we are going to go to Xampp and we install it. Just a second. Okay, just a second. Okay, our browser is here. So Xampp, I already have it, but I'm going to just show you how to install it. So you go to apachefriends.org and you will reach out to their website. There you will find these different folders here. This is the Xampp versions that they are having currently. We have 7.4.29. That is the Xampp folder. I mean, that is the Xampp version that is there currently. If you want it for Windows, yes, these are all for Windows. You can download this, the first one here, or you can download the second one or the third one. We shall download the first one. I already have it, so I'm not going to download it again. I already have it. So you just click here and you download Xampp. Yes, we shall assume we already have it here downloaded. So now the installation process, you click on it and then you wait for it to load. It's loading. I also already have it installed on my PC, but we are just going to go over a couple of steps so that you can see how to install it. I don't want to leave anything unattended to, so that in the future you can be stuck and be like, oh, we never went through this. No. I'm going to show you all this. So it's loading. Yes. So now this is the process. It will bring you this window. You click next. These are the options within. We shall leave them all at default. We click next. Now this is the default folder that is created for you on the C drive, like that I told you last time. The C drive, you will have a folder created named Xampp. Just leave it like that. Click next. So it's telling me this simply because I already have it installed. So I will probably have to stop here for now with this, but you just click this and then it will create for you this folder, and the next processes you just click next and then it will install. I will not install it because I already have it. Okay, that is with Xampp. If anyone has any questions, you can ask. So assuming Xampp is already installed on our PC, we shall now have to install WordPress.
I think there is a hand up. Barbara has
There's a hand up. Oh, yes, Barbara. Yes, Barbara.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Brian. From the start, you said we go to where I'll get the download.
We go to Apache Friends. Apache Friends. It's up here. Apache Friends.
Apache Friends.
Apachefriends.org.
let me put the link on the what on the chat.
Okay, that's helpful.
I've just done it.
Okay,
Direct
thank you.
link.
All right, all right. Yes, let me hope we have installed it. It's a quick process, doesn't take long. Let me hope we have installed it. I want us to go practical, all of us. If you have your computer with you, please, you can follow through. Actually, it's a part that normally disturbs people, the installation part of it, installation and setup. But if you have everything set up, then you are ready to go. So, assuming we already have Xampp installed on our PCs, we shall now go to the step of installing WordPress. I think we shall have to be very attentive here. So we are going to go to the C drive where our Xampp resides. C drive, here we go. And you can see the Xampp folder which was created for us. It's here. Navigate into it, and then you go to htdocs folder. Now, htdocs folder is where you are going to put every project of yours that you'll be doing. For example, if you have multiple projects that you're doing, all the folders will be kept in the htdocs folder. So we have our copy of the WordPress that we downloaded. Sorry, I did not take you through the download of WordPress. Let me show you briefly the process of downloading WordPress. It's also a simple one. We shall go to wordpress.org. So you can also put for them this on the link, on the chat.
Oh, let me do it.
So WordPress.org will provide us with the download link for the package of WordPress that you're going to be using. That is 5.9.3. You can download it from there. And when you download it, you'll have a package zipped, just like you're seeing here. So that package, I copied it from the downloads folder here, and I brought it up to the C Xampp htdocs folder here. I hope we are clear on that. So before we start installation of WordPress, let us go and run our Xampp server. So this is our Xampp server. After it has installed, it will either ask you to run it there and then, or you will just close it and you run it later. You can look for it from, you'll find it from your programs list. You'll find it on your programs list. Yes. Yeah, you'll find it on your programs list. I don't know what Windows you're using, but you'll find it on your programs list. And then you run it. I hope we are clear on that. Or during the process of installation, when it asks you to run, you let it run after installation so that you have it popped up, and then you will start the Apache server and you start the MySQL as well. Now, when it turns green, like I told you last time, to ensure it is running, they must turn green under the module here. So we have Apache running, and we also have MySQL running. I hope I'm not going too very fast. Please, if I'm going too fast, you let me know. So when we have, it's fine, Joel?
Sure.
Okay. So when we have MySQL and Apache running, now our server simulation is running. Now it is, and we can now install our WordPress since our server simulation is running. Let's get back now to the htdocs folder. So now the real life illustration here is, now we have got a domain, we have got a hosting company, and it has our WordPress installed. Okay, it is now hosting our WordPress. That is the simulation here. We have simulated the hosting company with this server, and now our WordPress is online. We are now working online. It's the simulation, though we are working remotely. Though we are working locally on our PCs, but that's the simulation at the moment here. So let us unpack this WordPress and then we install it. We are going to unpack it by extracting it. I hope all of us can see. You just right click on the zip folder and then you extract it. It will take a couple of minutes, seconds actually. As it is unpacking, from this point on, we are going to give this folder the name of our project. So our project is a floral business. The floral business. So we are going to name it UG Flora. So it is here. So these are the files inside the WordPress folder. What we are going to do, if you can see here, we have WordPress 5.9.3, and inside it we have WordPress. What we are going to do, we are going to name this one inside. We are going to name it UG Flora. This is our project. But to avoid multiple links, to avoid multiple directories when we are working, what we are going to do, we are going to remove this folder, UG Flora, our folder. We are going to remove it from inside this WordPress 5.9.3, and we are going to put it directly in the htdocs folder. What we have done, we have just removed it from inside here, and we have put it directly here to make accessing it simpler and not have a very lengthy directory. So now here we go. We have our htdocs, we have our Flora. Now the installation, we are going to go to the browser. In our browser, we are going to type localhost. We already have our server running, simulated server running. So we are going to go to localhost. /UG Flora. So when you type localhost /UG Flora, yes, the file setup config.php is directly accessed in the WP admin folder. It's directly accessed because it is seeing files of WordPress and they are not yet installed. So it will prompt for an install. And that's why we get this window here. Here we are supposed to select our language, which we are going to use, which will be English. After that, we are going to have our database, the name, the username, the password. Already our host is a local host. Now, from this point, there's one thing we have not done, which is setting our database. We're supposed to create our database, which will be saving the information of this site. So to do that, for us to proceed with the installation process, we need a database. To proceed from this level, we need a database. So we need to first install that database. We need to create that database. How are we going to create it is the question. We are going to go back to our Xampp server, which is here. Remember, we started Apache and we also started MySQL. MySQL is the one that is going to have our database. So just next to it, next to the stop button here, we have admin. What we should do, we should click the admin button and we go to the PHP My Admin page. What do we do from PHP My Admin page? PHP My Admin page is the interface that provides us with creation of, it's a MySQL interface that provides us the ability to create databases and manipulate databases instead of using probably another text editor to create the database. This one is a graphical interface that helps us to do that. So we are going to create our database here. So we come and click new. Our database, we shall give it a name, UGFlora. Underscore DB to mean database, and then we create it. Let us mark this. Let us not forget this because we are going to need it during the installation process. And then we create within just seconds, and the database is already created. It's created, yes, but it is an empty database, doesn't have any content in it. So when you are installing WordPress, WordPress is going to create some of these contents. It's going to create some of these contents inside the database. As long as the database is already there, WordPress will create the tables and everything that is needed. It will create them during the installation process. It will create them inside the database. We shall go back and see after it has already installed. So we need this name. We go back to our installation process, which is here. And then from this point now, we already have our database. We click, let's go. What is our database name? We said it is, we have just created it. It is UGFlora. Let's go, DB. What is the username? The username, like I told you last time, by default on Xampp is root, unless when you change it, or unless when you create a new user on the Xampp server. But by default, we have root. And by default, still, it comes without password. But if you create it, you will use it at this point. For us, we are not going to create a password. We are going to leave it blank. So from this point, you're now set. Our database host is localhost, Xampp server. Our database name is this. Our username is root. The prefix is WP. We are just using only one installation. If we're having multiple, we would have maybe changed the prefix, but we are only using one. Let's leave to this default. So we submit. And now the process of running the installation is here. From this point on, you have now made the setup of the database. Now let us run the installation process of WordPress. Everything will just go started after we click run. Here we go. So from here now, we need to give a name to our site. What's going to be the name of our site? Yes, our site name is UGFlora. You can give it any other name you want, but for us, we are going to use UGFlora. Any name you want can work. username, we are going to, now this username is the username of the person who is going to be in charge of this WordPress content management, the WordPress content management. So our username here could probably be like admin, but we are not going to use admin. We are going to just say Flora admin. Flora admin. Flora admin. And our password, you always need to create a strong password. WordPress can generate for you a password automatically, but the passwords are always very complicated and very easy for you to forget. So we have created our own, which is going to be this. It's a strong one. I think you can see it. We have created this password by ourselves. It's a strong one. That's what we are going to be using. And from this point on, you have to provide your email address where WordPress will be interacting with you, sending you messages on your email. You the owner of the site. You have to put your email here where WordPress can interact with you. So we have this point of search engine visibility. Yes, we have to make it visible. If we don't make it visible, then it will be hard to find our site online. So we are going to check this. Then we go to install. Take a couple of seconds and we shall have our WordPress up and running. Let us hope we are all there. Please, if you are left behind, please let us go back and get you on board if you're left behind, because it's if you already have the installation right, the next process is just customization and then designing your site. So now our WordPress has installed successfully, as you can see with this message over here. We have installed our WordPress successfully. So let's log in. Remember our logins? I hope we do. Our login is Flora admin. Like that. And our password is that one. You can make WordPress to always remember you when you are going to be doing more editing from there, or else you can uncheck this. It is up to you. So we log in. There you go. Now our WordPress is installed. Anytime you want to access your back end of WordPress, you'll have to go to this address here. That is when you're working remotely. You'll have to go to this address. If you're working, if you have a domain name, for example, if you have a domain name, like let me say www.flora perhaps ug.com. If you have a domain name like that, you just need to do this. You'll go to this. It will bring you the login form, and you'll have to log in. Then you log into the back end of your WordPress. If you have a domain name, that is only if you have a domain name already purchased. This is how you'll go to your back end page of your WordPress. But for us, we are working from localhost, so it is this localhost /ugflora, our folder which is housing our WordPress, and then wp admin is the folder which contains the form that we log in to access our backend of the WordPress. So it's all installed. I think all of us are here. If you have been following along, I believe we are all here. Now you can see WordPress, the dashboard. You see what we looked at last time, the elements, the posts, media, pages, comments, appearance, plugins, users, tools, settings. All this, I remember we looked at it last time, but today we are going to have a feel of using it. Are we all at this point? Joel, is the team there following?
Yeah.
Oh, great. So next we are going to, so we have our WordPress installed. Now next we are going to look for a theme, a WordPress theme. I hope you still remember what a theme is. Do you still remember what a theme is? A WordPress theme is basically already a custom design of how a website looks like. So that's what we shall be using. We are quite a number of themes that you can use. So when you go to the internet, you find some themes that are free, and then there are some that you need to purchase that you use. And they do have some periodic updates that you also have to pay for if you had to use those themes. But you're going to use themes that are free. Actually, there are quite a number of free themes that you can use that are really very nice, and they can make you create very fantastic sites. So we are going to look for a theme, and then we install that theme and we configure it. Let us get to our dashboard. How do we install themes? We come to appearance. WordPress comes with 3 themes already installed. I mean, three themes that are already installed. We have the 22 theme, we have the 20 theme, we have the 21 theme. These are already installed, but we are going to add our own themes that we want. So the theme that we are going to use is called Astra. We are going to use Astra theme for this project of ours. So we go to add theme, and then we search for.
Brian,
Yes, please.
someone who has raised a hand. Barbara, could you ask?
Pardon, on where we go to install themes?
To install a theme, we go to appearance. When you click on appearance, you will find theme just below it. You'll find theme just below it.
Thanks.
Yes, you find themes just below it. And then you click add new. Now we have a search bar that is on your right hand upper corner. We have a search bar. We are going to, you can, if you don't see your theme just below here, then you can search for it by typing Astra, and you can see our Astra theme is up here. Hope you are all there. So from here, you install. So as you can see, there are very many themes. There are very many themes here, but we have chosen the Astra theme for this project of ours. So we install this theme. So themes are basically groups of files, that is graphics, style sheets, and codes that are already custom made. I mean, custom designed by a group of experts, and they are out there for us to use. So these show some custom designs and appearances that we already made, and that's what we are installing. So now after it has installed, you activate it, make it active. Now it is active on our site. We have activated it. Now from this point on, you can still go ahead and you customize it there and then. When you click customize, now customizing is the final point, is not it's actually it's a lot of it's the most work that you do when you come to WordPress. Customization is what you do mostly. So if you click on customize, you will see this. This is now our site that we have, plus these pages. We have this is the sample page. This is how it looks like. It's just plain like that. But we have to customize it and make it look nice, and then post it onto the website. I mean, we publish what we have customized. So what we are going to do, we have our Astra installed, but before we go to customize, we are going to install a certain plugin called Starter Pages. Starter Templates. Starter Templates. Starter Templates is a plugin that is going to import for us custom contents to our site so that it will look much better than this one here. Our site's supposed to be looking like this, but since it doesn't have content, it's looking like this. So when we install the plugin, the Starter Templates plugin, we are going to have these contents imported, and then have a much better looking site than this. Here it is still hard for many of us to customize it to what we want it to look like. It's still hard for many of us. So let us install Starter Templates plugin. So to install the Starter Templates plugin, you come to plugins. I hope we are there. Do you still remember what plugins are? Plugins basically add some more functionality to our sites. So we are going to add this plugin from here. Come to Starter Templates. Yes, and our Starter Templates is here. We are going to install it. Taking a couple of seconds there to install. Yeah, it's installed, and then we activate it. Great. So we have our Starter Templates installed. Now, from the Starter Templates, we can now go to Appearance, and you'll find the Starter Templates just beneath it here. Now you click on the Starter Templates, which has been installed on your PC. And now from here, you're going to install some content to this site here so that it can look much better. We need to select a page builder from this point. What is a page builder? A page builder is basically a plugin that allows you to have control of the contents that you're working with through dragging and dropping elements that you need. So we are going to use Elementor, and the contents you want. So we want something like this. Love Nature templates is what we are going to use. We are going to install Love Nature template, and there we go. It is installing. It's loading, taking more time. I mean, taking some time a bit, but it's going to load. So this is how the template is looking like, and this is what we are going to work with. As you can see from here, before even we proceed, sorry. As you can see from here, before even we proceed, it looks much better than what you already have here, and simpler to work with. So we are going to click next from here. You can customize the colors the way you want. We can change the colors. We can use blue. Anything you want to customize from this template, you can do it from here as you install. We leave it at that. If you want to change the fonts, you can change it from here. or else we just continue. So just one last step again. Yes, tell us a little about yourself. So WordPress wants to know about you. So here I'm going to put my name, and then I'm going to put my email address, and I'm going to also put, yes, I'm just a beginner. Yes, you can put whatever level that you're in, expert, intermediate, or beginner. I'm going to use beginner here. And then here I'm going to say it's myself stroke company. That is for your business. I agree to receive your newsletter. And if you want to receive newsletters, you can check this. If you don't want, you leave it at that. I know I like leaving this last part here unchecked. Share non-sensitive. I know I like leaving it unchecked, simply because I don't want to share any data to them for now. Then I submit. Now, from this point, this template is now going to be installed, and it's going to change the feel and look of our site. I hope we are there. I hope we are there. I hope we are there. After this, everything is going to just be customization, and just only customization. So when we have this installed, we shall go for a short break. Joel?
Yes, Brian.
I think, yes, after installation here, I think we shall go for a short break. Then we proceed from there with the customization,
That's
which
fine.
is actually the last part of this practical bit.
Yeah, and also I just wanted to emphasize that this is very important. Mostly, if you go to your companies, you find the site is already made. So they'll ask you to put content, remove content. So this is exactly what we are going to be doing now. So take it seriously.
Yep. I hope we are following along. It's taking quite some time, but now, as you can see here, it's importing the media and all those other elements that we need for our site. It's importing the widgets here, and we are almost done with the installation. So when you have this this template installed, your website will look different from what it was before. So this is a congratulation message. So at the moment, our site looks like this, but let us run now. View your site after the installation of the templates. If you click on that, your site will look different and easier to work with. So I think you can see this is much better. It was initially this, now it is this. This is much better. I think we can all agree to that. It is much better. So now this is what we are going to customize to our interest, and then have our site up and running. So yes, Joel, we can maybe break up from here, and then when we come back, we are going to customize this page. We are going to go through the basic customization processes, installation of the plugins, and then the plugins that we need, and then our site will be done.
Okay, so let's get back at 10 o'clock. So that's in 11 minutes.
Okay. That's
Use
great.
the same information. You can also just choose to stay, Yeah.
Okay, see you
I'm
later.
going to play for you a Kectil song, so enjoy.
Echo.
Yes.
Kubango ya.
Yeah.
What gine manok, break manok.
Yeah. That's good. So you can take.
Breaking manok. You just mean now the customization parts, eh?
Okay. That's fine.
Anyway, cho oguru. Aya do. Aya.
Brian. Brian.
Wanjisebo.
Brian. Hello, Brian.
All right. Okay. Welcome back, everyone, from the short break. I know we are now refreshed and ready for the second, let me call it the second half of this session. So we are going to basically customize the site, this template to our need. Now, just like you can see from the screen here, we have this love nature template installed, and we want to now customize it. So we are going to first of all go back to our dashboard. Yes, this is our dashboard. So you can see from our dashboard, we have, these are the pages we have on that template. These are the pages that we have on that template. We have the About Us page, we have the Contact Us page, home page, privacy policy page. It's not published, but it's there. We have the sample page, also not published, and we have the services page. The pages that are published are About, Contact, Home, and then a service page. We don't have blog, we don't have the only post we have is this, but it's also not published. This is basically a post that is automatically generated by WordPress, but it's not published. Then the media we have on this site, this is the media that we have. As you can see from the, we have these images behind here. We have these other images. We have these. So these are the medias that we have on this site. Do we have any comments that has been sent in? Not yet. We have this. This is automatically generated, but we don't have any other comments there yet. So I told you we work with posts, media, and pages. So after knowing the pages that we have on our site, now let us go and make a few customizations. First, we come to the, from your dashboard, if you want to go to your site to view how it is, you come to this home icon on your dashboard, and then you see below it there is visit site. If you want to view it from that tab, you just click it directly. If you want to view it from another tab, you right click on it, and then it pushes you to a new tab. That's where you, it is here opening. That's where you see how your site looks like from there. Now, as you have your dashboard here, you have how your site looks like here. So if you want to customize it, so we have customization, we have editing a page, and we have editing using Elementor. And then we have the WP forms. So these ones are also, this plugin also has been installed. It manages the forms that we are using on this site. So when you come to customize, you're going to be able to change some things on this site. Over customize, as you can see from here, we can change the theme. If you don't like the Astra theme, you can change it from here by just clicking change. You can select another theme, maybe that you have seen that is better than Astra. You can go and change it from there. If you're comfortable with Astra, we proceed with it. So there are more available Astra. There's more that is available with the Astra Pro, but at the moment we're not using Astra Pro. So if you want to use some other features that are paid for, you go to the Astra Pro. That's just by clicking this link, but we are using a free version of it. I mean, we are using, we are comfortable with using the contents that are there at the moment on this free version of it. So under global, we get the global settings. If you want to change settings that are under the global categorizations, we have the typography, we have colors, container, and buttons, and then the block editor. Now, under typography, this is what you can change. You can change the font that is on your site. You can change the headings. Now, what is the body font? Body font, these are basically the formats, the text formats that are on your site. You can change it from here if you want. At the moment, what we are using here is the DM Sans font format, and the size is 16, the weight is 400, and the transformation is at default, and then the line height is 1. Now, if you were not using WordPress, you would code all these things manually over CSS. I don't know. I know many of you don't know what CSS is, but CSS is a cascading styling sheets language, which is used for styling. What it's used for styling, basically what you're seeing here. It's used for styling that. So it's a language that is used for styling the contents that are on the website. It's coded, but now using WordPress gives us this advantage because all these are customized and created for us, and we just have to just access them and can only edit it when we need to over simpler interfaces like this one instead of coding it. I know many people don't like coding. Coding can be disturbing, I know, for many people. It's also maybe hard to learn by many people, but you can have it over WordPress customized like this. So we have now known what we are using here as the body font. We are using the DM sans. You can change the font to whatever you want. I know what you people commonly know is what they call Times Roman. Let me see if it is in here. It's a font that we normally use in Microsoft Word. It must be here as well, but we are not going to use it. I just want to show you that we do have it also here. Let me just see. I hope we have it. I think it's not there. I think it's not there. Anyway, it's okay. It's okay. So if you want to change the heading fonts, you come here. So there's a body font and then the heading fonts. The heading fonts are these ones. These ones here. These are the heading fonts are these ones. Sorry, they are those ones. Anything that is tagged as heading, it's using these fonts. We shall see it from more of the customization we are going to look at. I think that is basically it with typography. And then for the colors, you can just come and select which color settings that you want. If you want a white, if you want to customize your colors that you want to use, you can select them from here and then you use it. But they are custom, already organized colors that we can use. You see, when I click here, you can see from here it is just changing. When I click here, you can see it's just changing. These are already 3 palettes that we already created that you can just select through and use on this site. If you want to go and change the color theme, you can still come and change it from here by selecting the color that you want. If you want yellow, you can select it. Basically, here you're now testing out everything to see what really suits your visual satisfaction, and that's what you use. If for the links on your site, if you want to change the color for those links, you can change it from here. The hover, that is if someone just passes a mouse over any element on your site, if you want it to change to which color, you select it from here. So now this is the customization we are talking about. All these things you just come and change from here. I'm not changing them because I think what we have is okay, but I'm showing you so that you can know where you can change it from. If you want to change the site background also, you can change from here. Let us change the site background and you see. Now it may not take effect because we already have a background image. We have a background image on this, but you can change even the image from here. You can select an image. If you want a background image, you can select it from here. You go to your local folder, upload files, you go to a local folder, and then you select an image from your desktop. Should I, let me see, let me just take this and see. I'm just showing you this so that you can know how you can easily manipulate some of these things. So when you select this image and then you upload it, now we have a background image here. If you want it to replace, if you want to replace it, you can replace it, but that's what you have selected. Let me see. We have not selected where to put it, but this is how you select an image and then upload it onto WordPress. Now that is with colors. Now containers. Containers are basically like sections and divs that hold whatever you're seeing here. Now all these elements are held in a container. If I click here, there's a container which is holding this. If I click, all these elements are held in a container. I think you can see some thin line here. These are containers. They are holding these elements. They're the ones that give form to these elements. So to set those containers, let's go back, global. To set those containers, you set them from here, the boxes, the content box, full width containers, stretched containers. You set them all from here, but we're leaving them to default. We don't want to change them. You can experiment with each of them to see what changes they make to your site, but we're leaving them to default. And the container width we have is 200 pixels. That is from one side of your screen to one side of your website to the other. That is from here to here. The main container from here to here, it is 200 pixels. And that is with containers. We are not going to change it also. We are going to leave it to that. Now buttons. Buttons, you can see. When you click on buttons, it changes to the type that you want. Changes color. Changes color to what you want. I think you are seeing the effect. That is now customizing the button appearance. If you want to customize it, you can come and change it from the buttons element under global settings. Block editor, there's nothing much you're going to do there. So when you come to the header builder is basically identity of your site, and we are going to make some changes here. We have not created a logo for our site. Let's leave it to that one. We have not created a logo yet for our site, but the logo you can create it from Adobe, either Photoshop, Illustrator. You can use it for creating your logo, and then you come and you upload it from here. Let me just come and change. I'm going to use some logo that we have here. There's some logo I have. Let me just use it to show you. Assuming you already have a logo, we come to that, we upload that, and then we just select it. We can just say probably this, and then we crop. Now you see our logo has changed. I've just brought up this. You see our logo here has changed. That is now, we have customized, we have moved it from the logo it was to this logo of ours. That is changing the logo. We can change the logo like that, and when you publish it, and then we come and run our site. It does not yet check an effect. Here you go, select that one, and then you put it up. Yes. Yes, we have our logo here changed. You can change the width of the logo. But remember, since I told you it is in a container, when the container that is holding all this content, when I move over it, you can see the line. It's a container that is holding all this content. So if I increase the size, it also affects the navigation at the end. So what we need to do, we should reduce the size so that doesn't affect our navigation. Here you go. That is a better size. We leave it at that. That's a better size. So if you want to add a tagline, you can say UG Flora. You can add a tagline. And then you publish it. It means you shall have this published. So when this site of yours is hosted, this will be seen. That is, for the navigation, you can edit it from here. So all these elements, to avoid going over all these individual elements from this bar, because we have breadcrumbs, we have blog, we have sidebars, we have footer builders, we have performance, we have all this from here. To avoid going over from here, you can edit your site directly from, just when you go to an element, you can see this pencil icon on any element. On any element, this pencil icon, you can just click on it and it will open for you where you can edit all these elements from. So it makes it much easier to access the element that you individually want to change. I hope we have got that. That is a simple way you can use to edit any element. Just click here, takes you here. You click this one, takes you where you can edit the logo from. You click here, it takes you where you can edit the menu from. You can design a new menu. If you want to create a submenu, you can create it from here. So what the menu we are using, the main menu that we are using is this. We are going to go back and then we shall see the elements of that menu that we are using here. As for now, let us leave it at that. And so we go back. So these are the elements you can use to customize. Even the site identity, if you want to change it, come here, it still pushes you where you can change the logo from. And you change the logo, you change the name, and you change everything. You own up this site. That's what you do from that custom button. It is it's basically the identity of the site that you can work with if you want to make it your own. The menu we have main menu. If you want to create a new menu, you create it from here. Yes, you create a new menu from here, give it a name, and then you select, is it primary, secondary? You create it from here. But there's another way you can create menus, which is what I'm going to show you in the next few minutes. So that is under customize. Those are some of the things you can do with customize from there. I normally like working with the back end. That is from here. You come to appearance, and then you can see the menu. We have 6 tracks of seabed. Now our menu that we are using, which is main menu, is this. The name of that menu that we have seen from the custom here, which is main menu, it is this one here. And the elements we have this: home, about, service, and contact, which are these here. They are these ones here. If you want to add another menu, you can add it from here. If you want to add another item to the menu, if you want to remove any menu item, you can remove it from here by just coming here and then you click remove. But we are comfortable with this one for now. I'll leave it at that. Now, for you to add a menu, you just select the page. First of all, a menu is basically a navigation aspect for your site. How do you want clients to navigate to your site? How do you want clients to navigate to your site? So you create the pages. After creating the pages, then you attach them to the menu for the clients to access your site. Just like I showed you here, we have these pages: home, about, service, and contact pages. These pages are the ones that are accessed through this menu. Joel? Give me the truck numbers. Yes, Joel? Are you there? Hello, is anyone there? I hope you're hearing me.
Yes, Brian. Yes, Brian.
Joel?
Yes.
Yeah, I hope I hope he's there anyway. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm around.
if we are to proceed, now here what we are going to do from on our side, we are going to change the background on our homepage. Now, now since we have got an idea of how we can customize this, let us now get to change some of these things on this site. We are going to do it from the Elementor page builder. We are going to do it from the Elementor page builder. So from the page builder, we are going to change this background. And we are going to get images from Pixabay, which is where we can get images. Pixabay is a site where we get images. It's what is used on WordPress. Just like you can see here, it's you can directly access images on WordPress through Pixabay. Let me get flowers. Change the background of our site. We are going to choose which one is better. I think this one is good. Yes, we are going to download this and insert it to our homepage. Insert. Yes, you can see we have changed our page. Now we are going to change this text. You can give it any name. You can give it any name that you want. We are going to give it sorry, I'm trying to get. We are going to get rid of this because we don't need it. We are going to get rid of this here. This text, we don't need it. Now this is customization. This button here, I don't think we need it, but it is important to take us to any page. Okay, let's leave it so that it can take us to a service page. We can edit it to be view services. We can edit to be view services. You can see when you're working with Elementor, it's much flexible and simpler. Or we can just say view more, but just say view services. You can change this word here for all your beautiful flowers. So we have decided to change that to reflect something to do with flowers. Now under services here, we can change the flowers, the images here also. We can get some flowers to have over there. I think you can see that. Then I can probably name it. Sorry, I'm not. I'm going to give it any name. I'm going to give it any name. You can name the flower, anything. You can name it. You can call it perhaps the rose. And change this one also to a different flower. So basically, what you do here, you get flowers to reflect your business. You just go and look for the flowers that you provide in this business of yours. If you have if you have the flower you need, you just publish, and when you publish it, so, so when you're creating sites, you need to have all your images ready. There's this one. We have that one. You can see our site is now gaining shape. This one, we can give it a name. We can give it, sorry, I'm just giving any name for illustration purposes. Just giving any name for illustration purposes. As you can see, then here we can also have another flower here. Flower, sorry, I'm just searching for another flower here. And have this one. And insert this one here. That one, give it which name? You can give it Austin. You can give it Austin. So the size, we give it the size, and then we give it a name of Austin. Austin. So we assume these are the flowers that we have. And this is how it looks like. So these are the flowers we have. We can change this to products, since it is reflecting our products. So we can change our products. Yes, we change it to our products. Now, if you need this, you can leave it. If you don't need it, you can remove it. That is the beauty of working with. That's the beauty of working with Elementor. You can delete it. Yes. This one you can leave. You can either leave this, then you write something about yourself here. What do you do? What does your site? What do you do at your site? What do you people do? You can write something here about yourself. For example, Flora. Yes. So you can just leave this one here, and then you write down here about what you do. We said 1 hour, so we can make it 2 hours. They are ready midday. Yes. Can sell. We sell and deliver flowers. You want them to find out more, maybe like going to contact. You can change this to contact us. Contact us. Then behind it, you add a link of the contact page. When you go to pages, you find a link of the contact page here, copy address, and then you come and add here. So that when someone clicks on this contact us page, it takes them to your address. So basically, when it comes to WordPress, you can use Elementor to help you manipulate all this. Now let's just go and see how our site looks like at the moment. You can see it's gaining shape. It takes some time to come up with exactly what you want. It's gaining some shape here. We just change this for all your beautiful flowers, view services. Behind services here, you go and add the link, our products. You have some flowers here. Then here about us, we sell and deliver flowers. When someone clicks here, it takes them to your contact page. Yes. Oh, sorry, I put a wrong link. I put a wrong link. Let me go back and see. Edit. Oh, under view, copy, and then I go back here and edit it. You see, when I put a wrong link, but I've changed it now, and then update it. Now, when you go back and you click on this link, it should take you to the contacts page. So I have to first refresh it. Refresh. And then, yes, you can see it has taken you to the contacts page. So that's how you put links. Yes, it has taken you to contacts page. So you can do away with all these images by going to Elementor in the contacts page. You can do away with all those images by going to Elementor. Remember, if you're working with contacts, all emails, all contacts, all contact information that is fed into the form will go to your back end, that is your dashboard. You receive it from your dashboard, and you'll be able to respond to those emails. So you can put your number here. I'm not going to put any number, but you can change your number. You come here, and change your number from here. For example, 0785223355. I'm just coming up with it. You can change here. You can change your email address. Perhaps you can say flora@gmail.com. Then you can change your location. You can say Kampala, Uganda. So you can see it's not really something very hard. You can, now, since if you don't need this, you just need to do away with this entire section. You delete the section and you leave your contact form just like this. So when you publish this and you come to your site and you view your contacts form, this is how it looks like. Sorry, I put this instead of at. You see, this is how it looks like. And then if you have links to the Twitter and Instagram channels and YouTube, you can put the links also from Elementor. You just come and click onto that, and then you come to
Hello, guys. We are having a technical problem, but we will be back shortly. So just hang in there as our team fixes that.
So that at least by the time we call this the end to the session, you have picked something that you can start with to develop a WordPress site.
It seems like there are no questions. I think that's fine. This has been recorded, so they can always go back to the recording.
Yes,
From me, I think I just want to say thank you so much, Brian, for the 2 sessions. We started from scratch and we built something. This is a project we all can be proud of, you know. We did it
yes,
together. So I appreciate your time and your expertise and also your patience with us. And to the participants, I also want to say thank you for the time and for your interest. So from time to time, you get updates from us on training. So and they're free trainings, so you can always sign up. Feel free to share content on our YouTube. You can also come physically to our offices in Tinda. Some people come here for the trainings, but you can also just join the trainings virtually. So it's been a training, WordPress. Thank you, Brian. So I believe after here, you can already create your own WordPress. You can also manage your company or organization's WordPress site, add content, customize it, you know. Uh, what I can also say is, in case you run into a problem, WordPress, feel free to write to us, and we'll put you in touch with Brian to troubleshoot your issues. Um, Once again, thank you, and I wish you a very good weekend and a very fruitful journey. Brian, you can close it. I think.
yes. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Yes, maybe for some other tip I can give you, when you're developing a site, when you're creating a site, uh, you know, uh, people who visit our sites normally don't need to be overloaded with a lot of information. You need to make your sites normally very well summarized, but to the point. Meaning, you should summarize all the content that you really want for your site and communicate the exact information. Don't clog your site with lots of information, lots of wordings here and there. And let's use simple English when you're creating our site so that our viewers don't get hardship when they're navigating through our sites. Uh, the white spaces, of course, we should not forget it. Don't make the site so very congested. Let's have white spaces in our site. And that's what makes sites look really nice, when there is breathing space, enough breathing space for the contents within the site. And when you're doing the design, make sure you have all your contents ready. Do the research. Know what you want your viewers to see. For example, when it comes to your services, your information, your site should always be authentic in terms of who you are and what you do, so that your clients have that trust when they come to your site to access some of the services that you may be offering. Apart from that, thank you guys for joining in, and I just look forward to communicating to you guys in any areas of need. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Brian, and thank you all. Goodbye.
Goodbye.